Okay, so welcome everyone. I call this the Lose Your Baby Weight class, but the real name of this is how to get back into your skinny jeans, keep your sanity, and turn into a lean, mean, fat-burning machine after having a baby. Because yes, you want to lose weight, but why do you want to lose weight? Well, for much bigger reasons. You want to get control back, to be happy again, to be confident, to feel pretty, to be healthy, to stop feeling bad about yourself when you look in the mirror, or to stop having to avoid pictures with your kids. And this presentation is for moms. One lady told me she'd love to come, but her baby's 5 now, and she just doesn't feel like she can use her baby as an excuse anymore. Well, no matter how old your baby is, having kids changed your body, and you want that body back. You can't shake the last 5, 10, 25, or 50 plus pounds and you need help. Well, I want to congratulate you because you have come to the right place. I'm so excited that you've joined me today because I have some really great stuff to share with you. My name is Sarah Mueller. I'm a registered dietitian and I blog at losemama.com. So we have a lot of information to cover. Let's get started. This is a brief overview. I'm going to talk about who I am and why you can trust me, my story and what I discovered after baby number 4, some nutrition basics. We're going to talk about gym memberships and why they might be a good idea for you. And then I'm going to introduce you to my boot camp, and we're going to revisit and reiterate some awesome reasons to lose the baby weight and to make it a priority. And then we're going to get into some Q&A. So who am I? Why should you listen to what I have to say about losing baby weight? Well, I'm a registered dietitian. I served in the Air Force and I counseled many, many clients on appropriate diets and how to lose weight. But until I had kids of my own, I was pretty clueless about the very real struggles that people had with losing weight. So yes, I'm a nutrition expert, but I truly believe that I'm qualified because I've actually experienced being overweight. I have fought that fight and I came out victorious. Welcome. I see a few people getting on. I'm glad you're here. You're at the Lose Your Baby Weight class. So I've been where you are. I totally get it. This is a picture of me at my sister's wedding in August. I'm 11 months postpartum from baby number 4, and I worked so hard to get here. Here's another picture. We don't get family pictures taken very often, so we did the best we could. This is me hugely pregnant with my 4th baby and way above the recommended weight gain for pregnancy. I gained like 50 pounds with pregnancies. That's a lot on my 5'1" frame. The bottom picture shows my body after I've had my baby, about 7 days postpartum. And you can see, like many women, I still look about 6 months pregnant. It's a really tough phase, but you know, look at that sweet little baby. They make it all worth it. So a few months later, I had lost a few more pounds, but was still 25 pounds above where I wanted to be. I didn't fit into any bridesmaids' dresses at the time. I was the proud mother of 4 beautiful children, but at 4 months postpartum, I was stuck with the belly fat, the chin fat, and I barely fit into my fat jeans. I did not feel sexy or pretty. I didn't have the energy to keep up with my kids, and I questioned my husband's sanity when he told me I looked good. We all see those women who lose all the weight 1 month after birth. They're back in their skinny jeans and they're already 10 pounds less than their pre-pregnancy weight. Well, that's not me. And it's not the majority of women, actually. I was doing all the right things. I was nursing. Isn't that supposed to help you lose the weight? I was walking. I was eating pretty healthy, but my body and my weight was stuck about 25 pounds above where it should have been. And this is where many women get comfortable. They accept that they will probably carry a few more pounds now that they are a mom. But I don't want you to get trapped in that mindset. You are more than capable of losing any excess weight on your frame. And you should try to lose it if you want to feel your best. So if you're looking for fluff, this is this is not the presentation for you, because fluff does not get you into the best shape of your life. We all know you should nurse and walk and eat right to lose weight. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to give you the tools you need to get an amazing body. So I fought the wait. Around 3 months postpartum, I rejoined our gym, and a few weeks later, on January 1st, I joined Weight Watchers. I would go to the gym and spend an hour on the elliptical, bored out of my mind and hating it. I would do a few resistance training machines twice a week. I would burn lots of calories while I was at the gym, but then I would eat it back at night. I joined Weight Watchers and began to lose weight, but I feared that I was messing up my metabolism by cutting my calories drastically. I'd been down this road before. After each of my babies, I was highly motivated to lose the weight, so I would join Weight Watchers, which allowed me to weigh in weekly and get regular support from meetings. It gave me a system for tracking calories, and I would lose weight. I would engage in cardio or running, because we all know you're supposed to run if you want to lose weight, right? Um, this is me 3 months after I had my third baby. I had just completed a 5K training program, and this is right before the race. At that point in my life, I was convinced that I had to love running to lose this baby weight. I was convinced that I had to wake up early every morning and go for a run to get the body I wanted. Then I started asking questions. Why were so many women in my Weight Watchers meetings exercising but not showing any improvements? Why were so many lifetime members returning to the program 30, 50, 70 pounds heavier? And if they were at their goal weight, why did they still look flabby? Why were so many women in my 5K training program overweight, even some of the trainers? Just today, I saw a picture of some women who had completed a half marathon. And you know what? They were all at least 30 pounds overweight. What gives? I hate to sound dramatic, but one night, a single blog post changed my life. I was sitting on the couch one night about a month after I had joined the gym, a registered dietitian searching desperately for how to lose the baby weight. I was anticipating many more hours on the elliptical with no results to get my body back. I was unhappy with my body, and I was desperately looking for a way to get results, to get my body back, to feel like a woman again, not just a frumpy mom. The girl on this blog was talking about how she lost her baby weight. She showed a picture of herself looking enormously pregnant, and then herself a year later, fit, lean, and amazing. And the best part, she got there without running. Here's what she was doing. She was doing Jamie Eason's 12-week Live Fit Trainer. It's a free online program that eases people into weightlifting. Have you seen Jamie Eason? I want you to open up Google. Seriously, I want you to go do this. Open up Google and look up Jamie Eason. I'm going to give you a few seconds. And if you click on images of Jamie Eason, you should have like a wall of images of Jamie Eason that pops up. What do you think? I mean, isn't she beautiful? Like, I love the definition in her arms and how lean she looks. What are some words you would use to describe the woman in these pictures? Type in the chat box, what are some words you would use to describe Jamie Eason? Manly? Unattractive? No, how about like strong and confident? Jamie Eason is a professional bodybuilder, but she introduced me to a concept I had not heard before: to make strength training the backbone of your exercise regimen. So I decided to give her program a shot. Since I was carrying some extra weight, running and other heavy cardio was really uncomfortable for me. It's a 3-phase program, and I was ecstatic to learn that the first 4 weeks required me to go to the gym only 4 days a week and do some pretty easy lifting exercises. I loved having a plan versus just randomly picking machines once I got to the gym. So I would write it down and have my plan. In the past, I had associated strength training and weightlifting with looking like this. I also just never really considered how important it might be in weight loss or a weight maintenance program. Does anyone else associate heavy weightlifting with looking like this? But as I started researching, I found lots of beautiful women who built their physiques by lifting heavy weights. And I'm not talking light 3-pound hand weights. I'm talking big weights that really challenge your muscles. After seeing tons of results like this from people who took weightlifting seriously, I was convinced. I figured out the missing key to healthy weight loss that delivers results. I needed to combine my healthy diet with this new lifting program. Suddenly, it made sense to me why so many women in my Weight Watchers meetings were flabby and couldn't seem to keep the weight off. Since they were not actively building muscles through strength training, by cutting calories, their bodies were slowly breaking down their muscles for fuel. But you have to be very careful about maintaining your muscle mass when you are losing weight because you do not want your body to break it down. Muscle is very metabolic tissue that you want to have and you want to build it so that you can be burning calories even when you're resting. If your muscles break down while you're dieting, then you're lowering your metabolism. So this explains the reason why if you quit your diet and resume eating normally, you're probably going to gain the weight back and then some. This also explains why you see runners who are overweight or flabby, because they might not be incorporating weightlifting into their exercise routine. They're probably also eating too much. And a lot of times we think that if we run, it gives us a license to eat more. But in general, everyone needs to include strength training. So challenging your muscles by lifting heavy weights shapes your muscles so that your body changes into something amazing. Weightlifting also burns calories long after you've stopped, like for 2 days afterwards. It essentially raises your metabolism. And isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we're all searching for? We want to be able to eat more and not gain, or we at least want to be able to not have to eat less to lose. Well, depending on how bad your diet truly is, adding weightlifting to your routine will help you break your plateau. In fact, I didn't track my calories for much of my weight loss journey, but I still found that the scale was decreasing slowly week after week. And it would decrease a lot quicker on the weeks when I did track everything I ate. So the truth is, strength training builds the basis for a healthy lifestyle because you're then motivated to feed your muscles by eating lots of good sources of protein. In fact, your body will start to crave these foods over refined carbohydrates and other junk food. You will find that protein will keep you fuller longer and it will help you lose weight. Here's a major key to getting the body you want. A major key to weight loss and muscle building is to make sure that you are getting a protein source with each meal and snack because you want to proactively build your muscles. So let's talk briefly about carbohydrates. They are crucial for energy and nutrients. You need them. Any dietitian worth their salt would never tell you to avoid carbs. But many of us are eating too many carbs, and not just too many, the wrong kinds. From now on, I want you to focus on getting whole grains. As much as you can, eat brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat bread. I also want you to look at the quantity of carbs you're eating. Even if you eat a whole wheat bagel, you're still probably getting way too many carbs at one time. Try to eat no more than 2 servings of carbohydrates at each meal. 3 if you're overweight or if you're exclusively breastfeeding. A serving is a slice of bread, a half cup of rice, or a small potato. At snacks, try to stick with 1 carb serving. Try to choose light bread products instead of regular calorie breads, for example, light sandwich bread or light English muffins, and you can have your calories just by following this simple trick. When you have a new baby or kids in general, you don't always have a lot of time to prep or eat high maintenance foods. So it's important to keep healthy foods readily available in your kitchen for when you are hungry. And if you're physically hungry, then you should eat. But you should eat nutrient-dense, relatively low-calorie foods like these. If you don't have these on hand, you're much more likely to go into your pantry and grab a bag of chips or a handful of goldfish. And you could also always see if your hunger subsides when you drink a large glass of water. Another great way to cut calories is to bulk up your meals with veggies. When I feed my family spaghetti, I like to roast a spaghetti squash for me and my husband, so I can mix in the strands of squash with like my half a cup of spaghetti, and I really bulk it up that way. Plus, it improves the nutritional value. They even have machines called spiralizers that will shave your zucchinis and other things like carrots and veggies into spaghetti-like noodles. And you can saute these noodles in cooking spray, put a little salt or pepper on them, and serve in the place of a carbohydrate. And you basically have a 10 or 20 calorie entree if you do that. I'm also really into stuffing vegetables, stuffed bell peppers, stuffed zucchini. The other night I made stuffed acorn squash, and that recipe is actually on my blog. This is a great way to eat, and it ensures that a bulk of your meal is low-calorie vegetables. Your diet accounts for 80% of your success, okay? But the other 20% is really, really important. It's made of physical activity, and I find that my physical activity impacts how I eat. When I started my weight loss journey, I joined Instagram and I began to document my lifestyle, including healthy foods I was eating, things I would find at the grocery store, my meals, my workouts, and my physique. I also followed a ton of people who are living a healthy life by looking up hashtags like fitness and nutrition and weight loss. There's some really motivating stuff out there. So you need to surround yourself with positivity and people who live a healthy, active lifestyle. Another thing that probably bugged my husband to death was I would hop on YouTube every night and watch weightlifting videos of female bodybuilders from bodybuilding.com and Fitness RX for women. I was motivated to stay out of the chocolate because as I was watching these videos, these amazing female athletes lift, I didn't want to stuff my face with chocolate, and I was learning and being motivated. So, that's a technique you could try. Maybe I'm just weird. So let's talk about gym memberships for a minute. Let me take you back in time to when I only had 3 kids. My friend Pam, who is a mom of 6, told me that she loved belonging to a gym when her kids were little. She could take classes and even use time left over to do her Bible study. I joined and did body pump classes and treadmill workouts and sporadic strength training on the machines. I wasn't crazy about the idea of having to be somewhere by a certain time to get a good spot in body pump. It really made getting out the door with 3 kids stressful. And the treadmills would typically be taken. I got pregnant with number 4 and I was exhausted, and so I eventually canceled our membership, and I was not convinced the gym was the answer for me. So I pushed aside the gym idea for a little while and attempted a Beachbody program with an online group. But I'll be honest, the workouts bored me to tears. I hated moving furniture and toys and kids out of the way so I could bounce around my living room. My kids would constantly interrupt me if I did it during the day, and if I woke up to do it early, I would risk waking them up. So I gave up the group. I was just too tired from the pregnancy, and honestly, I just hated the workouts and the idea of people selling me shakes and 21-day fixes. It's hard to stick with something if you just don't like it. I totally get that some people just prefer this though. They like to be able to pop in a workout video and don't have to worry about commuting or paying a membership fee, and that is totally fine. If you can stick with it and you really enjoy it, then you go for it. But for me, I decided to give the gym another shot. I don't have room for a lot of extra equipment in my house, and there's something about the energy in a gym. Just take a drink of water. You're surrounded by people who are also sweating and pushing themselves. It will motivate you to give it your all too. In fact, some people recognized me from when I started, and I've gotten the most amazing compliments from people that have seen my body change. So that's another bonus of going to the gym. So in December, 3 months after I gave birth to my fourth child, I was very unhappy with my body and my lack of progress, so I joined the gym. I had loved the childcare and the people, and I had no problem going back. And I figured December was a good time to go back because the gym is a lot quieter than it will be in January. You know how it is. In January, there are swarms of people trying to get in shape and lose weight, and it's actually not a great time to become acquainted with a gym. But December or November, you practically have the place to yourself, and I felt like a pro by January. I also decided to go with a basic membership, not a lot of classes, and no access to the treadmills. And initially I thought, what? No access to the treadmills? How does one get in shape without treadmills? Thankfully, I would discover that I actually didn't need a treadmill. I had access to a large weight room with machines and free weights and a few cardio machines like ellipticals and stairmasters. Most gyms offer 2 hours of childcare per day. Moms of small children, do you hear me? This is incredible. Initially, I would kind of go to the gym when I felt like it, but over time, I've made it a priority. Many moms of small kids have some sort of routine. On Mondays, they do housework. On Tuesdays, they go to the library. On Wednesdays, they go grocery shopping. On Thursdays, they go to the park, etc. Well, our routine is that we go to the gym every day. I might take one day a week off if the weather is especially beautiful or if all we have in the pantry is ketchup and I need to go grocery shopping. And I also do take off Thursdays to do Bible study fellowship, but I get 2 hours of free childcare there too. I used to feel guilty when I would hear moms talking about meeting for play dates or taking their kids to the zoo. But now that I have 4 kids, I have become comfortable with my needs and what I need to stay sane. And I need my daily alone time. I need time to exercise and take care of my body. I need a break from the insanity of having 4 small kids. And I refuse to feel guilty about this because I know my kids are being cared for and they actually really love going to the gym. In fact, the other week I took Friday off since I had worked out Sunday through Thursday, and my daughter asked when we were going to the gym. And I told her, well, we're not going to go that day. And she was actually a little upset and told me how much she loved it. Would you benefit from having regular time away from your kids? I think we all would. Kids and moms alike. It's all about balance and remembering that you are a person too. You were Sarah or Maria or whoever before you had kids, and you deserve to take care of yourself. In fact, you need to do it if you want to stay physically, mentally, and emotionally balanced. If you are thinking that a gym membership is too expensive, let me ask you a question. To have a body you were happy with, what would you pay? $50 a month? $75 a month? $100 a month? I polled my Facebook friends and found that many people were paying well under $100 a month for a gym membership plus childcare, and many actually paid under $50. And my gym has free coffee. I can sit and drink a latte in peace. That is priceless. And what about gym dates? My husband and I will often go on the weekends and we can actually talk, spend time together. So combining effective exercise with a healthy diet, I was able to achieve these great results before my son's first birthday. I feel great about how I look, and I know I will only continue to get leaner as I lose body fat and get stronger. It did take time to get here, but you don't have to be one of those people who has a 15-year-old and you're still trying to lose the baby weight. If you are, then I'm glad you're here. This is about 6 weeks later. My body is continuing to lean out and build more shapely muscle. Those lunges and calf raises and shoulder presses are paying off, and they can for you too if you're consistent. That's the thing. Weight loss and getting lean takes time. It's your most valuable resource. You're not going to look lean and fit after 2 weeks or 4 weeks, but I guarantee that at 4 weeks, you will notice results. At 8 weeks, your family will notice a change. And at 12 weeks, you will start getting compliments from people you don't even know. If you stick with this lifestyle long enough, your body will transform, and by next summer, you'll be chomping at the bit to try on swimsuits. So you've heard me talk about gyms and how amazing they are and how they worked for me, but what if you just can't make that happen? What if there are no gyms around you? What if you simply can't afford a monthly membership? Well, I can customize a plan for you. There are still ways to get in shape using very basic equipment at home, but I will build a plan that will help grow your muscles and also incorporate some high intensity interval training, depending on where you are. And you can specify those things on my website. There's also a really good resource called the Eat Clean Diet Workbook. The author has an interesting name, Tosca Reno. But it was a book that I borrowed from my library, and it has a workout DVD in it that takes you through some basic strength training exercises. And I actually got a really good workout doing it. So you could start there. So I've told you what you need to do. This is not a quick fix. I don't have wraps or quick fixes that will shrink your tummy. The other day I saw someone selling a jelly that would help you lose 10 pounds quickly. I'm like, are you serious? Do people actually buy that stuff? But it doesn't work. I offer sound education and knowledge so that you can be empowered to live your healthiest life. I don't offer 12-minute workouts that will deliver results. I need you to be really committed. I don't need you to commit to daily workouts 7 days a week, but I do need you to commit to 3 to 4 days a week. You don't have to work out for 2 hours, but you do have to be ready to work hard for 45 minutes to an hour. I need you to take an honest look at your diet, especially if adding exercise to the mix does not help you lose. That might include writing down everything you put in your mouth. And if you're ready to work consistently for the next 3 to 6 months, you will lose your baby weight. And let's be honest, if you have more weight to lose, it's going to take longer. But I guarantee that you can lose it all by implementing this strong foundation. I can help you implement a program that will deliver amazing results. So, are you ready to get your body back? Here's what you can do today. I'm really excited about my Lose Mama Bootcamp. This is a free private Facebook group for those of you who want to take your weight loss to the next level while having some fun in a group environment. Since you're registered for this class, I'm going to send you an email invitation to the private Facebook group where you can find support to start reaching your goals. Each day for the 3 weeks, I will send you a daily email with an action item to do. You will then post in the group and we can motivate and encourage one another in that way. The group will run from Monday, November 9th through Thanksgiving Eve on November 25th. And if you're not on Facebook, that's okay. You'll still get the emails and you can do the action items. And you're also free to send me your answers and results. This is not required to be part of the Facebook group, but I have created a 5-video Lose the Baby Weight video course that goes into a lot more detail. I have put a lot of work and great information into these 10 to 20-minute videos that will educate and motivate you to live your healthiest lifestyle. For just $29, you can have access to the following videos. They contain the basic diet guidelines, your weight loss journey, your first week in the gym, weightlifting 101, a 2-week meal planning vlog, and a really interesting 50+ skinny foods that help me reach and maintain my goal weight. And then each video is going to have homework that will help you go deeper. I also point you to some really great videos from top fitness and nutrition experts. So let's be more specific. The first video is a welcome with basic guidelines to give you some tools to succeed. We'll talk about dieting basics and how to make it easy to lose weight and build muscle. I'll discuss how to make your workouts fun and enjoyable, which is really important. The next video is, we'll talk about a powerful secret for weight loss success, my blueprint for a good day, how to recover from a bad day or week, overcoming a victim mentality, the key to weight maintenance and weight loss, and then we'll personalize it and look at your diet. Weightlifting 101, since exercise is such an important component to getting the body you want, I've included an extensive video on weightlifting. I cover everything from equipment to exercises to what muscles to exercise. There's a ton of great information in this video. In the gym guide for beginners, I will discuss things to consider in picking a gym that you actually want to go to day after day, week after week. I do recommend Jamie Eason's 12-week Live Fit Trainer to anyone who's starting strength training. It's already online and it's free, and it gave me great results. But in this video, I'm going to introduce you to a gym environment. So instead of giving you a list of 12 exercises to perform, I'll give you 3 to 5 and tell you what equipment to locate for future use, because it can be really intimidating going into the gym for the first time. I'll give you a list of things to ask for when a staff member of the gym gives you a guided tour. My gym guide for beginners is the perfect introduction for someone who's new to the gym. And then in this vlog, I take you through a menu that I've prepared for my family. I grocery shop every 2 weeks, and meal planning is so important to your success, because you have to have a plan to have good foods on hand if you want to succeed. You need to plan what you will eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Otherwise, you're going to make unhealthy choices, and it will be hard to make headway in your weight loss goals. I basically sit down and show you a menu that I have planned and how I planned it. And then in this cool handout, it includes my favorite foods that I must have on hand to eat healthy on a daily basis. I hope you get some great ideas from this one, over 50 skinny foods that actually make eating to lose weight easier. I've also included some of my favorite easy recipes in this PDF. I'm offering the course for a great value right now, but not to put the pressure on or anything, but the price is going to increase in the next few weeks. There's a ton of value packed in these videos, and they will serve as a wonderful foundation for your weight loss journey. So I hope you decide to invest in them. They're available for purchase on my blog, losemama.com, under the Lose the Baby Weight course tab, and I use PayPal. All of this will be available to you on a private membership page, and you will definitely have access to any future updates that I do to the course. And I also believe the timing is really good for this group and this course, because you will begin amping up your healthy lifestyle before the holidays, and you're going to be a pro by the new year when everyone else thinks they should begin losing weight. You're going to have your gym routine down, and your body fat will be much lower by then. My goal is to educate and motivate you about a better way of life and set you up for long-term success. I truly believe in my product. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with the video course, I will happily refund your money. So again, let's just review why this is so important, why you should lose the baby weight. Well, number one, you have to be in shape to have kids. I do so much lifting in my job as a parent that I'm grateful every day for the time I invest in lifting weights and staying in shape. There have been times in my life when I've been out of shape and have been so exhausted from the day-to-day task of parenting, lifting kids, going up and down stairs, picking up toys, etc., that I have found myself close to tears. Do you know how heavy this kid is? I have to pick him and his siblings up multiple times a day. That gives me a whole new appreciation for those deadlifts that I do. This is a quick blurry selfie of me doing deadlifts. But life in general is a lot easier when there's less of you to carry around. Plus, if you feel good about yourself, your mental outlook improves dramatically. Reason number two, I remember reading an article about expenses that you should budget for in your 30s. One of the expenses they talked about was a gym membership. I really appreciated getting permission, so to speak, from a budgeting expert to get a gym membership. We tend to have some guilt when we need to spend money on ourselves, even if it's a great investment. You may have noticed that you can't just eat whatever you want anymore and still look skinny. After you have a baby and as you get older, you actually have to work at having a great body. Here's a third reason. Many people just accept the weight that hangs on following a pregnancy. They think it's just the price you pay to be a mom. In fact, most people hang on to 5 or 10 pounds with each baby. But as we've discussed, it's totally possible to lose all of your baby weight. In fact, if you think you will have more children, you should make it your job to take that weight off. This will allow you to start the new pregnancy at your healthiest weight possible. And you might not take it all off. For example, I got pregnant with babies number 3 and number 4 only 8 months after giving birth. So I was 5 to 10 pounds above my pre-pregnancy weight. I also had not discovered strength training, so by the 3rd trimester, my body was worn down with backaches and low energy and excess weight. Now that baby number 4 is 1 year old, I have had ample time to take off all the baby weight, plus that pesky 5 pounds that I could never seem to get rid of by 8 months postpartum. I'm also a lot stronger, so if there were to be a baby number 5, I think my husband might just have a heart attack. I know I've done my best to get my body up for a healthy, fit pregnancy. Bringing new life into the world is probably the most important contribution you will make to the world. So, with utmost respect, I say take care of the factory. Keep it healthy and lean and get into the best shape possible before going through this major physiological event. And here's the most important reason. You, for your health, your confidence, your body, your happiness. You take care of so many people that it's absolutely vital that you invest in your own health and happiness. So consider investing a few hours a week exercising, some money on a gym membership, foods that will nourish your body, and tools that will educate and motivate you to reach your goals. You are so worth it. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really hope you were able to take something away from this, and I do wish you the best of luck in your weight loss journey. Be sure to follow me on social media. I've got a Facebook page. I'm on Instagram. I try to post YouTube videos, and of course there's the blog. So now let's do some Q&A. Does anyone have any burning questions they would like me to discuss? I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me. I know it's bedtime and the kids are asleep and you can do anything you want and you're listening to a webinar. So I hope it was worth your time. You can get in touch with me on my blog. Otherwise, you guys have a nice evening. Thank you so much.